Liberia.
Let us unite, the Lone Star forever. This is Julian, no shaking. This is what you are.
What you do and say.
Liberia Crusaders for Peace intervention and contribution to the health, culture, social, and economic development of the first independent state in West Africa, Mama Liberia. The Liberia Crusaders for Peace, amongst a group of local NGOs, worked on a project funded by UNICEF, WHO, Center for Disease Control, USAID, Rotary International, Carter Center, and Ministry of Health on cross-border integrated polio, measles and deworming social mobilization, polio eradication, malaria prevention.
To honor the invitation from the Ministry of Health to serve as a key launcher of the second dose of the anti-measles vaccination program with direct support from Liberia Health Partners.
We are brothers and sisters.
The Liberia Crusaders for Peace fought the Ebola virus to save many lives.
My people, Ebola is in Liberia. Ebola is real. Ebola can kill. Let us protect ourselves.
The Liberia Crusaders for Peace created a cross-border Ebola prevention awareness initiative that extended to neighboring Guinea and Sierra Leone.
I want to extend my thanks and sincere appreciation to UNICEF for the level of support that UNICEF have given us for the cross-border intervention. I think in a hall, and we had a discussion with the chiefs and elders, the women, and they said that the hand pump, you got 2 hand pumps there and they are all broken down. Is that correct? And then you said you have buckets, but the buckets were not enough. But even though you know the messages, the people giving you the messages, and yourself, you're making sure to wash your hands with soap and clean water.
Working with partners such as Carter Center, the Liberia Crusaders for Peace brought together traditional leaders from across Liberia.
We want for the indigenous people to involve in the cycle. The children say they want to reach from village to village, from children from client to client. It will not be somebody. You want to send somebody local, send a person who can be there that way.
The Liberia Crusaders for Peace was among a group of local NGOs that work on the Ebola Community Action Platform, the dead body oral swabbing, by creating Ebola prevention social mobilization, community engagement outreach, awareness and advancing education to prevent Ebola across border transmission, and cultivating positive health behavioral change, attitude in community with support from USAID and through Mercy Corps and WHO. The LCP is working with Ebola survivors on the Prevail Clinical Research Project. Prevail is the partnership for research on the Ebola virus in Liberia. The project is a joint America and Liberia clinical research partnership. The LCP is working on the social mobilization pillar and the promotion of Ebola natural history study. Another sub-studies are being conducted by Prevail, and the study is looking at the medical causes of some complications survivors continue to suffer, with recommendation of advanced possible treatment solution. Prevail conducted a vaccine study to find a possible cure to the Ebola virus. The vaccine is now being used to prevent Ebola virus in DR Congo.
Then Prevail said, no, they want the Ebola kill the people here in the 3 countries. Let's try to look for vaccine. The next time Ebola comes, we get the army, then the army will fight Ebola. Ebola will not kill the people again. So they're looking for that vaccine. They look for the vaccine, they get the vaccine.
The Liberia Crusaders for Peace support Liberia's Truth and Reconciliation Commission.
I can assure all Liberians everywhere around the world that the TRC will deliver, the TRC will be fair to its mandate, and the TRC will make realistic and concrete recommendations that will ensure that we overcome our troubled past and live together in peace, unity, and security.
The Carter Center Access to Justice program is an initiative geared towards providing education through massive awareness on the rule of law, democracy, women empowerment, and traditional leaders training through income generation by means of agriculture program.
For the first time, the day was dedicated by the Secretary General of the United Nations to peace education, the key preventive means to reduce war substantially.
The Liberia Crusaders for Peace, Catholic Justice and Peace Commission, JPC, Federation of Liberian Youth, FLY, and the National Union of Disabled, NODE, is a platform of 4 Liberian civil society organizations receiving funding from the Swedish Corporation with technical support from Carter Center, Liberia Election Observation Network, LEON, and was established with the goal of providing meaningful contributions to the democratic process in Liberia. Liberia Election Observation Network, LEON, is engaged in monitoring electoral processes in Liberia and the relationship between the legislature and the district represented, with the aim of creating more transparency with the representatives, senators, and the people they represent.
As member of the AU, Liberia adheres to the African Charter of Democracy, Elections and Governance. Through this charter, Liberia commits itself to hold transparent, free and fair elections and to the maintenance of constitutional order.
LCP also developed the National Kuka Peace Festival, an annual event used to promote peace and reconciliation in Liberia.
Liberia was one of the 51 founding members of the United Nations, which came together with the noble purpose of preventing war, of reaffirming human rights and equality of all women and men of all countries, of promoting peace and positive international relations.
As we move towards the 2017 election, what we want to see the political actor engaging young people with ideas.
To give specific recognition to our sister, Julianne, for her many contributions she continues to give to Liberia.
We must therefore not be able to point that the onus is on each of us, and especially on those of us who are political leaders in and out of government, to commit to the adherence to the rule of law and to a peaceful...
Ambassador Judy Endi is indeed an ECOWAS ambassador.
One of significance, as peace is the foundation upon which every other aspect of our national development must be erected. Let me register my immense thanks to you, Peace Ambassador.
Leaders will come and go, we will remain.
I give you a proud. You proud of you.
The Peace Festival is the commemoration of the Accra Peace Accord signed on August 18, 2003, an instrument that brought an end to Liberia's 14 years of civil war in 2003. The Traditional Women Dialogue is a forum used to promote women issues of concern to women in rural Liberia.
Mental issue. You can be down loud, you got mental issue. You can dress well, you got mental issue. So the government of Liberia needs to make sure to support the mental health program in Liberia.
International Women's Colloquium on Women's Empowerment, Leadership Development, International Peace and Security is a women platform that serves as a motivation for women in Liberia and the world at large. It was convened by former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf of Liberia and President Tarja Halonen of Finland in Monrovia, Liberia. Based on Ambassador Judy Endi's tireless efforts in promoting peace, democracy, education, healthcare delivery and culture. World leaders continue to show appreciation to Ambassador Andy for her unwavering support to humanity. His Excellency Ahassan Ouattara of Ivory Coast, His Excellency Alpha Conde of Guinea, His Excellency Julius Maada Bio of Sierra Leone, His Excellency Olusegun Obasanjo, former President of Nigeria, U.S. Ambassador, UN Representative, former President George Bush, German Chancellor, ECOWAS Ambassador to Liberia, Michelle Obama, former Liberian President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, former Vice President of Liberia Joseph Newman Boakai, President of the Republic of Liberia Ambassador George Weah.
Should we fight each other?
People of God, oh,
Let us live
together. Don't call yourself, oh, don't call yourself, oh. It doesn't resemble you at all.
We want peace.
Liberia, no more war. We want peace for our country.
Simon Weaver was spotted at the Christian Association of the Blind National Institute in Painesville City when Ambassador Andy paid a visit to the center during the nationwide humanitarian tour.
This is Julian No Shaky.
I'm going to give you a new telephone. To your mom, and your mom will take my number, then you will call me. I will come to visit you. Nobody will come with me. Only 2 of my friends and myself will come. Then we'll see what we can do with your singing.
The voice of this young kid was powerful and quickly inspired her. Seaman said he dreamed of becoming a superstar but did not know when.
He said, I know your song, but my wish in life is to meet Flavor and Mastercraft.
Seaman was officially introduced to the Nigerian star in Monrovia at the Crusaders for Peace headquarters, where Flavor was eventually carried away by his performance. With her promise, this is Ambassador Judy Andy alongside Simon Weaver receiving the prestigious Harper Award in Hollywood. The 4th Legislature Parliament of ECOWAS Extraordinary Section was held in Liberia. This section brought together leaders in ECOWAS country. Liberia's Culture Ambassador Queen Judy Andy, debating the rich culture of Liberia and Africa as a whole. Ambassador Andy love for music and arts, with that great stylish performance, gave her the stage to illustrate the many contributions ECOWAS have made over the years through music and arts performance.
In West Africa anymore. Doctors from all over West Africa to fight Ebola. Now Ebola has survivors in West Africa.
The Secretariat of the Liberia Crusaders for Peace, through the vision of Ambassador Judy Andy, developed the Golden Image Award, designed as an annual event. The GRA is an integral part of Liberia's Independence Day celebration and continue to maintain this precedence every year in the hope of supporting national leadership to sustain the peace and elicit the confidence of the international community to work with the government to increase investment in the economy.
Okay. Well, I would drop an envelope to the organization.
As Liberia's cultural ambassador and ardent supporter of peace and social development, she has used music over the years as a therapy to contribute to the healing of complex societal problems, including peace building promotion, reconciliation, health, adults and girls education, socio-economic development, and youth empowerment.
Wash your hands with soap and clean water. Promote that thing from now to kingdom come. Even when Ebola leave from here, I want you to continue to promote wash your hands with soap and clean water.
In early March 2019, the Liberia Crusaders For Peace and Queen Julie Andy production officially launched a music album entitled Prevenient Grace. The National Council of Chiefs and Elders of Liberia hosted 14 days National Peace and Reconciliation Dialogue Forum in Monrovia. The National Council of Chiefs and Elders of Liberia saw the need to call the attention of the Liberian government, heads of political parties, politicians, civil society organizations, religious leaders, women and youth groups to dialogue forum with an aim of bringing an end to the growing wave of tensions and violence in the country. Ambassador Judy Andy, who served as one of the dialogue panelists, cautioned participants to see peace and reconciliation as the solution to Liberia's developmental drive.
This meeting is based on truth and nothing but truth. Yes. In order to promote peace, you have to be truthful. Yes. In order to promote peace, you got to be honest. Yes. In order to promote peace, you got to look at people in their faces and tell them the truth. Yes. You cannot make peace based on hearsay, I say. You must build peace on facts.
Liberia Crusaders for Peace, headed by Ambassador Judy Andy in partnership with the Liberia Peace Building Office, took the initiative to prevent the reoccurrence of the root causes of the Civil War by creating awareness about peace, love, unity, reconciliation, nationalism, and patriotism as they gradually go through the month of April. The Liberia Crusaders for Peace, headed by Ambassador Judy Andy, served as the head of entertainment and mobilization with the direct responsibility of mobilizing Liberian artists for musical performance purposes as well as showcasing fruits that display the clear picture of each county in Liberia.
03-7381.
These are some of the works of Liberia Crusaders for Peace.